What is up, guys? It's your girl Kelly coming straight at you for the Queen Tarot B in Boston. So, this is to actually informational, really, and questions because I'm confused. So, the first thing that happened was that the Aries video, I started getting comments last night and I couldn't figure out for the life of me why. I uploaded and scheduled the Aries video just like every other video. And for some reason it released. And so that's the only one that's released. So there are still all these other signs that are not released and they won't be until the 15th. So I'm sorry about that, but it actually was not my fault. It was actually the computer system for YouTube. I scheduled it to be released on the 15th and suddenly for some odd reason it was released last night. I have my thoughts and my feelings on that, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, so I apologize to all the other signs because now they're going to have to wait a couple days before their readings come out, and there's absolutely nothing that I can do about that. And for some reason, YouTube just royal fudged up. Anyway, with this Libra moon, my husband put out some rainwater that had collected, and we decided we were going to use that as the salt water to do our blessings and our work or whatever we need to do. He often will do stuff like that for me and collect rainwater, and we put it out in the Libra moon, the full moon that night, and we put this crystal in there with it. And that night I also did, some stuff around the house that I asked for clarity and for downloads. And so today someone asked me to do a video on downloads because they were confused. And they said that other readers weren't giving them the right information. So here I am to do that video. But it's kind of funny that I should do that because ever since I did some work on the full moon, I've been getting major downloads. So I'll get to that, and a lot of us who are extremely spiritually evolved forget what it's like to have to slow down and smell the roses and actually explain the little things. It's the little things that people need explanation on, and they're like, oh, I know what you're talking about when blah, blah, blah. Now I get why that happened, or I get what that was all about. But if you don't tell them, they don't know what it's all about, right? Right. So I'll get to that in a minute because I have some concerns regarding the Libra moon right now. So I'm holding this for a reason. I'm not a crystal person, but I have every possible avenue of contacting the divine, the dead, you name it in here. I've got tarot cards, I've got oracle cards, I've got crystals, I've got herbs, I've got spices, I've got baths, I've got powders, more oils, candles, and an extreme amount of oil. Very, very strong stuff for doing candle work and doing other types of work. Sage, Palo Santo, you name it, it is in this room. Okay? You name it, it's in here. And of course, we know I'm a Day of the Dead freak, and I'm an Aries, and my daughter's name is Aries, but she's a Sag. So I'm really concerned with this Libra moon because it's bringing out some truths that I'm kind of sitting here scratching my head. And if you guys are not scratching your asses by the time I'm done with this video and seeing that there's things that don't make sense here, I don't know what to say, because this is a channel of people who are woke. You are woke. You're awake. You know what's going on. You're not blind. You're not mistaken in what you're seeing. You're not confused. This is what's actually happening. Now we have an entire world shutdown, right? Everybody's stuck in their house because of this virus. And I'm tired of hearing about it, but I have some questions, and I'm hoping that all of you will be having these same questions that I'm having right now. My husband, okay, let's start there, was driving home today from a friend's house who is older, and he went shopping for this person so that this person didn't have to go out in case they caught the coronavirus. So on his way home, in front of him, and he took a picture, and in back of him on the highway, there was no one on the highway except trucks, certain types of trucks. And he posted up the picture on Facebook and was trying to get people to question what was going on. He's like, I don't know what these kind of trucks are called, but, Just saying, you should see what's behind me if you think what's in front of me is scary. What was in front of him was camo truck. What are camo trucks doing here? No one else is on the road. No one else is, out. We don't have a curfew. Why is there camouflage trucks rolling through Boston on the highways? Doesn't really make sense, does it? No. Also, the last time camo trucks were rolling through Boston was when somebody bombed the Boston Marathon. Tanks and camo trucks rolling through Boston. So now we've got a situation where our state is high alert. A friend of mine called me today and told me that our city was put on high alert. Keep that in mind for the next couple minutes, okay? High alert, Boston. Boston. Yeah, high alert. Okay? All of a sudden, there's camo trucks rolling around. Now, it's pretty funny when you live in this state and you don't even know it's on high alert. You go to the governor's website like we were doing last night, trying to figure out when is this shit over so we can take our daughter out of this house. The poor kid hasn't been out of this house except for once to go for a walk with my best friend. Other than that, it's doctor's appointments. That's it. And so we were looking for information on certain Mr. Baker's website, and we found absolutely nothing on when this was going to end, except that it was extended for certain businesses until the 4th of May or something like that. But it doesn't say anything about the general public. So here comes the Libra moon, okay? And right after that, this is what my husband is seeing driving home. Now, we were just having the conversation about why these trucks are here. Because everybody's going around filming their hospitals, and there's not lines going out the door. In fact, there's nobody there. There's no one in these hospitals. And when I say nobody, I'm not kidding. I went into the hospital myself to have a procedure done. As I told you guys, my last week's readings. They're not allowing anybody in the hospital except for patients. And the people that were there were not there for COVID-19. I know I wasn't. They were there for scheduled other stuff. You're standing at an information desk that they're forcing you to go to and prove that you have an appointment before they will allow you in the damn building. The doctors are working remotely. I had a doctor's appointment today via Skype almost. It was Zoom or whatever, but... And then my early intervention appointment for my daughter via Zoom. What is going on? Oh, yeah. Okay, that's right. We're all sitting alone because nobody wants to catch this virus. That's right. Okay. So again, keep on mind that this is high alert, and I go to the governor's website, and there's nothing about high alert on there. But my friend who works in the medical industry calls me up and says that our city was just put on high alert and that there were 10 jobs put out, and this person applied for one of those jobs, and then all of a sudden they retracted the statement and said they didn't need anybody. Now, why would they not need people in the medical field right now if our hospitals are filled with patients and we are on high alert? My friend is from out of state and was willing to come here to work and put herself at risk for the coronavirus patients that are where? Now, back to the trucks, okay? Because now we're finding out that the National Guard is being trained to do the coronavirus testing. So all these tents that everybody is taking videos of in New York and this and that, and the nurses going out there to test people and blah, 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 blah. Now it's going to be the National Guard in there. And where are the nurses going? You want to know where the nurses are going? My husband's cousin is a nurse, laid off. I got information from a friend today in Texas. She was done with the quarantine. She walked right out of her house and went and got tiles for her home. Why? They're laying off all the nurses there. So the question is, this does not make sense. What's really going on? This $2 trillion stimulus package, the banks had their money by April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day. We're the bunch of fools? Just throwing that out there, okay? The banks had their money by the fucking 1st of April, and everybody else in the country probably has their landlord up their ass, or bill collectors up their ass, or, you know, car payment people up their ass. People are scared about ending up in the streets with their children. They don't have any money to feed their families. But the banks had their stimulus checks April 1st. And it's now April 10th where I'm at. And they're still arguing over the stimulus package that's already been dished out to the banks and to the companies they want to save. But what about the mom and pop companies? What are they going to do? What about the individually owned businesses? What are they going to do? Because no one's going to have the money to fix their homes or to wire their homes or to put extensions on their house. Those small businesses are about to go, see you later. And there goes all the jobs with it. So someone put these pieces together for me. Why are we sitting in the house again? They're laying off nurses because there's not enough patients. But I thought we were overrun with the coronavirus and we needed essential workers only.
Well, don't forget when the temperature rises, it'll stop. We get a tropical kind.
That's a whole nother thing I was just going to get into. Earlier, me and my husband were having the conversation that they're saying it can't live past like 77 degrees or 87 degrees. But what is the normal temperature in the human body? 98.6. Right now, it is summertime in Africa. It's hot as shit. So how is it surviving? How is it surviving in our bodies, period? And if it's a virus, the minute the air hits it, see you later. Just like other viruses. The minute the air hits that virus, within seconds, it's dissipated. It's gone. It's see you later. I'm not talking about germs. I'm talking about viruses. So if it can't survive past 77 or 87 degrees, how is it surviving in a humane system of 98.6 degrees on the regular, and then you give a temperature of, I know my temperature was 103.8 when I was sick. How is it surviving? Just curious, like I'm absolutely fucking baffled. I don't even know what day it is anymore. I'm climbing the walls. I have a screaming preemie here who just had shots 4 days ago. 3 days ago. So she's not feeling good and she's screaming, and my husband and I are trying to take turns so that we can both work and do what we need to do, and just blah. And all of this information that's not right and it's all conflicting is coming out. And why the fuck is the National Guard administering medical tests? Nurses are on the front line. They do everything the doctors don't want to do. Just saying. My cousin is a nurse. His cousin is a nurse. A lot of my friends are nurses. That's a lot of what people do in Boston because that's a big career choice here. Best hospitals in the world, you're gonna probably be a nurse. The other option was the military or the trades. This is the way big cities work on the East Coast. Me, I was just the oddball out. Social worker slash forensic rehabilitation slash everything. I wore 9,000 hats. And trauma counselor slash tarot reader slash spiritual guide slash. But why are our nurses being laid off so that the National Guard can come in? And now they're also saying that if you're found positive, now give me a minute here. If you're found positive, there's actually CNN videos out saying that they could come and knock on your door and take your whole family out and quarantine them? Where are they going with your family? Nobody's taking my kid out of this house. Nobody. But us. Collectively, my best friend, me, or my husband. Or his family. That's it. Where are they taking your family? And why are they quarantining your whole family? Now, with that being said, remember Boston, high risk city. With that being said as well, let's get on to the fact that none of this makes sense. Not one iota, not one sentence, not one of the... None of this makes sense. And if you're still sitting there telling yourself that this does make sense after this many days of quarantine, I think it's like day 455,632 or something. I don't even fucking know anymore. I thought today was Thursday. Me and my friend both thought today was Thursday. She was like, wait a minute, it's Thursday. And I was like, yeah, I think you're right. And then later on, she's like, I thought it was Thursday. I'm like, so did I. She's like, I was wrong. I'm like, apparently I was too. We thought yesterday was Thursday. That's how confused we are. Okay. We don't even know what day is it. What? Which ass is up and down. Clueless. But all we know is what we're being spoon-fed. So now that you know that they're going to ransack your families at your house and take them and quarantine them, where are they quarantining them and where are they putting them? Is the question you have better be asking yourself right now. On top of that, they're telling us they confiscated tests that were contaminated with COVID-19. Oh, okay. So these tests are coming into the country that are already contaminated. The National Guard in America is going to give the tests, and it's going to come back and it's going to say exactly what they want it to say. Oh, you got COVID-19. Come with us. Oh, some people are asymptomatic. We got to take your whole family. Your whole family disappears. Where does your whole family go? And what do you do once you get out of contamination to bounce back from that one? Guys, answer me, riddle me this, because I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. And now contaminated tests are going to be coming into the country so that they can just be like, oh, you're contaminated. We've got to take your whole family. We got to go to your house and knock down your door. And it says by force if needed. And take your whole family. Well, by force? You're going to take people by force because they don't feel good and they're sick? Why? Why? So that brings me back to the Libra moon of truth. All of this shit, bomb dropping truth, people. I'm holding this because I've just been getting download after download after download today. And I'm going to explain what that is in a second. Libra moon is all about truth. It is right in fucking front of you. And that is why I think the Aries video released early. Because the name of the video, even if you are not an Aries, watch that shit. It is right in front of you. The answer is right in front of you. Look at what is happening. We are not just going to bring this country back up and start running again. Mom and pop shops gone. Jobs gone. Everybody's been fired. You can consider yourself fired. Because the only thing that's going to make it through this is the banks and the oil industry, because it always fucking does. The oil industry never dies. So someone tell me, please, explain to me all of this stuff at the same time during the Libra moon. Now, I said to you guys, I had some bombs dropped on me in my personal life on the Libra moon. Nothing I would get into with y'all, but it was a conversational piece turned stabbing victim, basically. I had somebody turn on me and just 10 of swords me to death. And then 12 hours later, my best friend got a truth bomb dropped on her. And now, all of a sudden, there's just these trucks rolling down the highways, and the nurses are being laid off. and COVID-19 tests that are already positive are being shipped here. And they're saying they're going to take your family by force if necessary and quarantine them. But nurses are being laid off. But remember, Boston is a hotspot. So where are our nurses? And why are they jobless? And if you want to get in touch with unemployment, good luck. My husband had started his way before this even began. That is the only reason his got through. Everybody else, they can't even get through. The website's crashing and there's nobody there to pick up the phone. Our unemployment, the people are so damn rude, they hang up on you. They swear at you. You'll wait on hold for legitimately 2 fucking hours to have someone be rude to you and hang up on you, and you have to call back again. So with this Libra moon, when I did that work, I asked for downloads. I asked for truth. I asked for what the hell is going on here, because what in the actual fuck, this makes no sense. I'm not watching mainstream news. I'm watching the underground shit, the real shit. This is no conspiracy theory. This shit is actually happening. Where is our money? Because the banks got theirs, so we're the fools here. We're so busy, $1,200 stimulus checks. And then $600 a kid. Are we ever going to see it?
I got 25.
Oh yeah, he got $25 allowance for our daughter in his unemployment. Way to go. We can't even get a can of her formula with that. Her formula is $50 a can. She drinks special formula. Can't even get a can of formula. Maybe a couple cans of vegetables, but they're probably marked up and price gouged so high, and they're probably selling them on fucking Amazon for prime delivery at this point. So people riddle me this: if you're not questioning this stuff right now, there's something wrong. Wake up before it's too late, because I don't know what is going on here, but I've been saying for years something is not right. And things here are getting real fucking weird, real fucking quick. Like this, and it's just happening. One right after the other, after the other, after the other. Things they are not telling the American people. Things they are not telling Bostonians. They are just rolling shit out here and not even saying anything to us. This is our rights. This is our state. We pay the taxes here. We keep this state running. Not them. We. Where are our answers is the question. Now, downloads. Libra downloads are going to be very harsh, okay? They're going to be bone truth. They are the scales. They are what balances the light and the dark. They balance the yin and the yang. They literally hold the scales of truth. If that tips, Libra goes batshit. Libra likes the truth. And so when I asked for downloads, the way that I received them is different. Like I said, I had somebody had asked on the Aries video, which, like I said, I didn't look and realize it was the Aries video. I'm like, where are all these comments coming from? I still have to answer my comments from last week's. And then I looked and realized that it released the video for April 15th through the 30th, and it shouldn't have. But in those comments, somebody asked me, could I do a quick video on downloads? So quickly on downloads, since I've been ranting and trying to figure out what is going on and speaking out loud, just thinking out loud to you guys on what in the actual fuck. And please start thinking. Think fast, because I don't know what's going on here, but it's nothing nice. Downloads you can get, it can be that voice in your head. If you're a clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyant, if you're seeing synchronicities a lot, Google them. They have the meanings out there. Some people are nice enough to actually put them on their websites, their spirituality websites. If you're seeing 444 or whatever. Right now, I'm seeing my birthday, 3/27, everywhere. Now, my life path is a 3. And so it's reminding me of my life path and to stick to my path, stick to my goal, chin up, warrior on. My name literally means warrior woman, Keli. It means warrior woman. And it actually began with, I think it was the Gaelic, Irish. It translates to warrior woman. And then being an Aries on top of it. And it's Aries season, guys. It's the season of war. It is the season of the master chess player. We don't like to be like that, but once people fuck with us, we're on it. This is Aries season. They always pull this shit during Aries season. It's spring. This is when you're planting your ideas. This is when you're planting your seeds. They're planting their fucking seeds. So the divine are planting their seeds as well. You may be getting them as that voice in the back of your head that's warning you. It's your superconscious, your subconscious, your highest conscious letting you know something is not fucking right. Hey, dopey looking fish head, wake up. Something isn't right. Yep, hello. That is you being tapped on the head by the divine. They're trying to communicate with you. I see them, I hear them, I feel them, I dream about them. It's like they've invaded my life, my entire life. And so for me, getting these downloads is easy. But when you're spiritually evolved, you forget to stop and explain the little things. And people are frustrated. They don't understand what twin flames are. They think it's just like a soulmate thing. No, it's a totally different, it's totally different from what you're being told. If you want to know what that is, go back and look at my video on soulmates. And no, twin flames, I think it's a video on twin flames. It explains soulmates, karmics, everything. But people are asking, what are downloads? It's that voice you hear. It's that information you get. It's that perception you have, because everybody perceives things differently. Everybody sees things differently. I see things with quantum physics. I see things with, equation and energy. I see things that are mass. I see things that are single energy cells. I see things in that way because I vibrate very highly. And when you're high vibrational, it's easier for you to get downloads. But when you're first starting out and you're raising your vibration, which I'm ascending right now because my ears hurt. My head hurts right here. I don't feel good. I slept most of the afternoon, which I normally don't do. I don't sleep during the day. I'm ascending right now, and I'm getting major downloads. Now since picking this up, it has been a lot worse. So I'm deciding to put it down because it's got so much energy coming out of it. It's literally just pouring through me. And we all know it pours through me to begin with. So be listening for that little voice. Be looking for those synchronicities. Be looking for those dreams that feel something. What are you feeling? Just write down automatically. Ask yourself, what am I feeling when you're feeling something around you? And just start automatically writing down the first things that come to your mind. If you need guidance, reach out. I do spiritual guidance. I do monthly spiritual guidance. I do one-time spiritual guidance on something that someone may be confused about. We can flip some cards, get it figured out. Downloads are coming in for you guys to realize what is going on around you right now. And it's some serious warfare. There is nothing pretty about what is happening. A lot of people feel it's just an overreaction to a virus, but it's so much more than that here in this country. It may be that around the world, but it's looking like NWO to me. New World Order. Welcome to it. This is it. Now they're talking about they're finding the virus in foods and they're going to be shutting down certain food industries for a while. You hungry? Because you're going to be. Meat's going to be skyrocket to the point where no one can afford it but super rich people. Now animals suddenly have the coronavirus when they said animals couldn't be tested. Because they didn't have it. They weren't spreading it. But then someone decided to randomly test a tiger. Because that's normal, right? We do that every day. Let's just test this random tiger over here for coronavirus. Oh, it's positive. Oh, animals contracted coronavirus. Now we can't sell you meat either. Download, guys. Start asking for downloads. Look for the synchronicities. Look for all of that. If you're feeling a really fucked up certain way, grab a pen and paper. Write down the first things that are coming to your mind. I'm no conspiracy theorist, okay? I'm a card reader. I'm a former trauma specialist and rehabilitation specialist. forensic rehabilitation specialist at that. Retired because I had spinal surgery. But this is to get you to think. Start using your brain. Think. Think about what is happening around you. Does it look normal to you? Because it doesn't look normal to me. It does not look normal to me. So when you ask what downloads are, they're those things that are nagging the back of your mind. The pit in your stomach that you feel when there's an energy around you about, maybe you're watching a video about the president or about the cabinet or about, the House or the Senate or whatever it is that you're watching. If you're getting a feeling, start writing down what is it you're feeling in the pit of your stomach. Because you're right. I hate to tell you, but you're right. Start asking the questions. Start being aware. Start making your own choices. Make your own fucking choices. Do not allow this government to take over. And when I say this government, I'm talking about wherever you are, because they're all in it together. Notice the entire fucking world is shut down. They're in it together. Ask for those downloads and be ready to receive them. Okay? I hope that helps you guys understand what type of downloads you should be looking for right now, what type of things that downloads can be, whether they be a voice you hear in your head that tells you something you didn't know otherwise. Downloads are the puzzle pieces to your puzzle that keep you on track to your spiritual goal. Downloads are something that you need right now, and I am getting shitloads of them, and it's making me crazy because I don't have the answers to any of these questions in my mind about what is going on here. I'd like to think there's some fucking rationale to what is happening, but me and my husband tried to figure it out for 2 nights now, and we cannot. And so my words to you are simply be present in your own fucking choices. Make your own choices. Stand up for yourself, because if you don't, no one else will. It's every man, woman, child for himself now. With that being said, this is your girl Kelly coming straight at you for the Queen Tarot B in Boston. I'm going to get off here before I start ranting and raving some more. Leave a comment below. I'm going to be picking a random comment to do a reading. I have a new deck that, well, not a new deck. It's been sitting here for months waiting to be broken in. I want to guinea pig one of you with my new deck. And now that I've finally started shuffling it around, and see if I like it enough to switch to it right now. So I will pick a random comment from below. Please, if you're going to go off on your tangent and argue everything I'm saying, like, this is all proof. Like, my husband has pictures of these trucks. His cousin's a nurse. My cousin's a nurse. It's like the thing to do here is be a nurse, go in the military, or go into a trade, because that's what the city is. That's what the jobs are. Or really high white collar jobs. I did that before I went into the forensic fields of psychiatry and psychology. So leave a comment below. I'm going to guinea pig one of you for a free reading. And it's your girl Kelly, again, coming straight at you from the high-risk city of Boston. I will catch you all on the flip side. Please, again, leave your comments, because I don't know what the hell is going on, and I don't think any of you do either. Start questioning things, guys.